Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the new Cross-Guild Anniversary Legend in some PvP with a very fun and funky design that involves 5 driven characters and 5 slasher characters to not only satisfy the new Cross-Guild restrictions, but to satisfy the Roger and Odin slasher resistance with, or slasher restrictions with a mono quick team. Now, with the release of Roger and Odin and Momo and all of those quick slashes, Quick has done a really good job of sort of building their way back up the ladder as what is the best PvP team in the game. However, they were always very driven-centric. Driven, quick, and driven into kind of ruling the roost for a very long time back in the day. And the quick driven team, it's still always been a kind of force, but over time, it has slowly dropped off and slowly become replaced with this sort of slasher-esque team. Now, with the release of the Cross Guild Legend, we can do some fun stuff with 5 slashers and 5 driven characters all on the same team, get a whole bunch of rollback shenanigans going, and get a whole bunch of cooldowns with Roger and Odin. Now, obviously, PvP is still a game mode of RNG, so this particular team, it's not like your crux of what the slashers is doing consistently, and this particular team is going to get affected with stuff like half stats, special blinds, knockback, all of those really annoying abilities, but if you can just continuously roll back special animations and just not take damage from the opposition at all, it's just going to be a really interesting time to see what this team can be. As a defensive team, I feel like this team is actually going to be very, very scary, as you're not really going to want to go up against the RNG. When you sort of see stuff with like Nami Karina, when you see stuff like Boa, all of those very RNG aspects, or like the waifus and the confusion effect, it's just something that you just don't really want to touch, or something you don't really want to go near. So I feel like that's probably where this unit's going to shine the most, but I really wanted to, ever since I saw this unit's kit in PvP, this is something that I really wanted to put together and try and showcase, running a mono quick team that has both the old school driven characters with some of these new school slashes. So the way the team operates is we have 5 slasher characters in Roger Odin, Shiryu, Alba, Smoothie, and Cross Guild. And then with driven, we have 5 driven characters with Cross Guild, Shiryu, Kaido, and Tazora. Now, I have Alba on the team as well because I really wanted to showcase Alba in the sense that just like Shiryu and Cross Guild, he actually satisfies both class conditions. So if you guys don't have something like Blue Jam as your sort of 5th driven unit, you can run something like Alba just on the bench as a 20 cost unit. Now, with the 20 cost update and the ability to bring something like Smoothie in the front line, it really gives you a lot of options for your bench team. That was a really good special bind. I am going real risky here, taking on the strength team, and that's why I brought, what's his name, back in the front, Shiryu back in the front, because I really want to make sure we get some of these special binds off, so that way we don't have to worry about stuff like Jack, and we don't have to worry mainly about Luffy. Luffy's probably still going to go no matter what, so like this is going to be scary. Don't do too many crazy things, Luffy. Come on, tank it. Okay, that's not good. Not ideal. Not ideal. That's okay. That's okay. Kaido, though. Kaido's kind of scary. All right, we got some rollback. But the idea of the whole team, per se, is because we have those extra conditions, is we can get all of the extra buffs of Roger and Odin as well as Cross Guild. If you guys have Momo, you can use something like Momo instead of Kaido. Getting all of this special one Kaido is so handy. Thank you so much for that. But with Roger and Odin, they can actually roll forward slasher characters specials. Now, the way that is that S-Hawk on the bench? Oh my god, I didn't see that. Did S-Hawk just die? Oh, thank god. The way that the team actually is trying to operate is we are playing into the RNG aspect of us rolling back specials as much as possible. With the release of Cross Guild, they have a very Nami Karina-esque type ability where they can actually roll back specials by 30%. For 3 units. And then when you partner this with something like Smoothie, who can do 50%, and then something like Roger and Odin, who can give you back cooldowns, you can actually go absolutely ballistic, and now actually take down a really, really big strength team. Yes, we are playing with RNG, but RNG favors the brave, and you can do some pretty fun stuff when you do. However, RNG, like I said, it rules the roost when it comes to the PvP game mode, so having RNG on your side is very, very nice. But it's not something that I would sort of buy into and sort of say is like the best team in the game or anything like that, but it is really, really, really fun to do, and probably the best way to take down something like that strength team that you guys just saw. Now, obviously, there was no Kobe, so it's not like the pinnacle of strength teams, but still, strength are really, really scary, and if you sort of talking about the best team in the game, Strength and Slashes kind of sit at the top. However, Quick Slashes, they were kind of flying under the radar for a very long time. We kind of picked up on them not too long ago, but now having access to Driven as well as Slashes in the same team, it just opens the door to a really, really fun and unique team build. Like, being able to roll back Nami Karina to the point where Nami Karina aren't going to do their special animation is actually really, really fun. And then having Smoothie to sort of back it up, throw damage, and actually try and kill them is really nice too. Once you have Roger and Odin come in as well, you can give 50% cooldown to your Slashes, which means you're going to build back up your Smoothie and your Cross Guild special very, very fast. And remember, Cross Guild is on such a low cooldown that if they go super early and start doing stuff like this, where Nami Karina just gets absolutely shoehorned into the point where they cannot use their special, or you actually kill them before they actually have a chance to do their special at all, you just put yourself in a really, really good spot. Now, Free Spirit obviously have a lot of tools in their tool belt, and just because we're taking down Nami Karina and we're sort of stopping the to and fro of what they're doing, it doesn't allow us to get a guaranteed win. Gear 5 is still very scary. Sanji, still very, very scary. The counter ability of Zoro is still very, very scary. And even if we do have good RNG, that's not always going to mean that we can get a W. But it's a really, really nice counter to some of these really annoying teams, and just funneling into your own version of it, it's really, really satisfying to watch. As mentioned, I don't think this is the be-all or the best team or anything like that. As you can see, like, Gear 5 is still probably going to hit us very, very hard. Still takes out units like absolute crazy. However, you can do some really, really nice stuff. And now Quick are in a position where you can build out these really funky teams, some really strong teams, and take down some of those other big boppers like Slashes Strength and Strength teams, and actually disrupt... Oh, no, that's not good. And actually disrupt stuff like Free Spirit to the point where you can put them on the back end. Now, like I said, we're not versing the biggest teams in today's video. Hell, we're not even going to win in all of these particular clips. Or we might actually. Like, this is looking kind of close with that action binding of Blue Gem there. But we might not even win against all of these fights, but... it's a really, really, real fun, funky team. And if you guys have the pieces to the puzzle, I would actually highly recommend trying to build it. And I feel like most of the time, this team is going to work really nicely on a defensive build because of all of the shenanigans that it is actually doing with all of the rollback, with all of the cooldown, with that damage over time. And do it. Oh, 1 second. But like I said, it's not exactly the most damage-felt team, and it's not exactly the one that is going to get you to all of the most disgusting wins in the actual game. But like I said, like, if we had more time there, that's a giant win for us. And in Grand Party, that would be a win too. So however you want to run it, if you want to run it against Strength and some of these other teams, or that aren't exactly like the pinnacle of best teams in the game, or if you just want to use it as a defensive team, I feel like Cross Guild is going to be a really, really fun unit to not only use in regular PvP, but mainly Grand Party. I feel like Grand Party is really where this unit's going to shine, because you have a lot of options to bring them on either that Quick Slasher team, as I mentioned. You can build out something like a Quick Driven team. You can hybrid the two like we're doing in today's video, or you could just run them on something like a weird Slasher build, a weird Driven build. Whilst they are built around Driven comps, they have that sort of Nami Karina-esque ability where they can just roll back specials, and if you partner them up with something like Smoothie, you just put the opposition into a position where they literally can't use their specials. You can just continuously chip away at them. But if you are versing stuff like Strength, you have a lot of tools in your belt to actually just stop them from doing anything. Special binding, paralyzing, special rollback. You're giving yourself rollback with Roger and Odin as well. Plus, you do have some very, very nice defense on the team too. We're looking at around 18 defense on the reg. Slashes are getting... Oh, that was bad timing. Slashes are getting level 4 at the moment. So as you're seeing, again, like with Cross Guild having just a little bit more stats in the middle there. Just stereotypically, you're probably going to be looking around that 18 defense mark. But like, just having this ability just to stop, you know, like a kid coming in off the bench there would have hit us very, very hard. And now, like, they just can't do anything. Like, it's free. I mean, we did special bind them too, but if that was, say, I don't know, S-Hawk, then rolling back that special of S-Hawk just means that they just literally can't touch us. And honestly, with this run, I don't think the enemy has used a special once, just sort of watching it back. But it's going to wrap up the video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of Cross Guild in the comment section below. If you did pull the unit, congratulations. Let me know how your summons went otherwise. Make sure to belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.